Hello and welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. Today we are going to make a gift tag. Now in a previous video I cut out a piece of the cardstock to make a bit of a window, put some flowers around it. Well, then you end up with this lovely piece here, and I always save these and go, oh, I'll do something with that. Well, they always end up in a bin. So I decided I'm going to do something with it. So I've got my Beautifully Happy stamp set, and I am just going to create this really pretty tag. The original basic white circle was cut out with one of the stylish shaped dies, so I just took the next one up and cut out of Flirty Flamingo. And first thing I did is I stamped the greeting where I wanted it and just popped it down like that. There we go, for a very happy birthday. Now you could use sending happy thoughts for a very happy birthday, but I thought since this is a gift tag and we're giving gifts, the gift is for a very happy birthday. So next thing I did was I stamped the outline of the flower in Granny Apple Green. Good inking up, and then just kind of offset it a little bit like that so it comes in at a bit of an angle. I'm going to be going back and forth through the stamp sets as I do this. So I'm now going to do the fill here. And you can line it up because there's a little, I don't know if you can see it, maybe if I ink it up it'll be easier to see. There's a little triangle in the middle of the stamp that goes over the stamen in the middle of the flower. So it's a really good way to line things up. And I think we're actually done with that one now. So I'm just going to put it out of the way. What am I doing next? I am going to use my Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to use, there is just a little stamp you can use just to pop in the middle there and give it a stamen, and that's all I need for that one. I do need the Granny Apple Green a couple more times here. I am going to do the leaf and the bud in Granny Apple Green, but because I stamped it, the stem in Granny Apple Green, I'm just going to go second value and pop it on like that, just so it's a bit lighter. It's still got the color, but it's a bit lighter. And then I thought it looked a little bit plain, so I took the scatter dots and just kind of popped them around this one side, just like that, just to give it a little bit more, just a little bit of oomph. So there we go. And then your choice about the bumblebee, you can put the bumblebee in or not. I thought it was a nice little add, nice little summertime kind of addition. So we'll pop them down like that, and then we're kind of done with all of our stamping. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flat mount it onto the background. Now the Flirty Flamingo is light enough that you can write on the back and still see. I didn't dimensionalize this because when you dimensionalize something you need to write on the back of it, it makes it really difficult to write on it. This is a retired punch. I keep it always because it is great for doing tag cutouts. So I'm just going to give it a bit of a squeeze because it's cutting through 2 layers there, and it usually does a better job than this. But there we go. You can clean that edge up if you like. I'm just going to do that with my scissors. It punched through on the demo perfectly, of course. So there we go. And then I took my ribbon, and I thought, nope, don't color ribbon this time. Just use regular ribbon. Well, I couldn't find a regular ribbon that I liked, so I took my Pale Papaya open weave ribbon and I colored it with a dark Flirty Flamingo Stampin' Blends. So I'm going to put this through, and I'm just going to put an adhesive dot from left over from my paper pumpkin kits onto there just to hold it together while I'm tying the linen thread, baker's twine, whatever you like to call it. I've got a Calypso coral and 2 strings of white. This is also left over from Paper Pumpkin kits. So I'm just going to tie a bow in this. So bear with me. It's really hard to tie a bow on something that is very light and doesn't have any weight to it. So I'm just going to give that a snug tie up there. And these pieces are very long because that's going to make it easy for me to tie the bow. You can leave it long with big loops, or you can trim it up, make the loops smaller. I like the loops the size they are. I am just going to trim off the extra bits on this side. And there we have a very lovely gift tag that you can add to any parcel, room to write on the back, and it uses up those scraps. So thank you so much for watching, and let's create together again soon.